Hello, 𝗁𝗁𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 here on behalf of Makers Mercantile. Today I'm going to go over what is in our newsletter for June 17th, 2022. Item number 1 is Zauberball. So, Zauberball, what is Zauberball? Zauberball is a fingering weight yarn that is made by 𝗁𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗁𝗁. Zauberball was the first Zauberball in the line of all the different Zauberballs, because like nowadays there's Zauberball Crazy, and there is Zauberball Crazy Cotton, and there's Crazy Cotton Zauberball. I mean, there's all different kinds, but there is one in particular that he started out with, and that was the regular Zauberball. That is this one right here. You can see right there, it says Zauberball. That is 75% wool and 25% nylon because it was originally designed for socks. So once 𝗁𝗁𝗄𝗃𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗁, who owns 𝗁𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗁, realized that a lot of people were using the Zauberball for shawls, he said, well, we got to have one that's pure merino. So he came out with Zauberball 100. Now Zauberball 100, and there you can see that label, Zauberball 100, is a superwash merino. It's also the fingering weight. These all have approximately 440 yards to a 100-gram ball on them, but it is a superwash merino, but it's pure merino. So there is absolutely no nylon in it. And therefore it is meant, and it is a better use for shawls than the regular Zauberball is. Not saying that you can't use the regular Zauberball, but this one is going to be softer. And now there's a new one out, and it's called Zauberball Pro. So let me show you what the Zauberball Pro label. It says Zauberball 100 Pro. And here's a beautiful color. You can take a look at that too. The Zauberball 100 Pro, and this color, by the way, is $24.79 in case you're wondering. The Zauberball 100 Pro means that it is not a superwash. So in an effort to save the planet, let's put it that way, 𝗁𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗁 has decided that on a lot of his 100% pure wool yarns, he will no longer be using superwash. It will simply be just the wool, and then of course the dyes, and which are all safe and everything else. But if you want a way to remember it, think of Pro Earth. Okay, that's what the Pro stands for. It's Pro Earth, and so it is not a superwash. So what does that mean to you? It means that we're using less water and we're not treating the yarn, but it also means that when you wash it, you are going to want to hand wash it, most definitely, because if you machine wash it, it will felt. And in general, when you are making a shawl or something, you don't want it to felt. So if it says Pro on it, know that it is Pro Earth, but also know that you have to hand wash it. Okay, so what is our special today? Well, we have 15% off of those 3 Zauberballs that I just told you about. The Zauberball, the Zauberball 100, and the Zauberball Pro. But since you get a free pattern when you purchase 2, you may want to consider doing the Zauberball 100 because the free pattern is for this fantastic shawl. So here you can see it's worn across the back. It's a beautiful piece. I'm going to hold it up so that you can see the whole piece maybe from the back. Here we go. You can also see the design pattern maybe from the front here. It is not your typical shawl that is just, you know, bottom straight up. It's knit up to here, and then you're going to pick up stitches to go in that direction. But it is all done in one piece, and it is also one of those shawls that looks fantastic. If you're the kind of person like me, I don't like wearing shawls with the point in the back, but I do wear them with the point in the front a lot. And this one is perfect for that. It is just the right length. As you can see, the 2 strands in the front hang perfectly, and you have a really great design here. So I'm actually going to keep this on because it feels nice and warm and a little chilly. So this one was actually knit out of the Zauberball 100. And if you purchase the Zauberball 100 or the Zauberball 100 Pro, by the end of the day, so by midnight on June 19th, which is this coming Sunday, we will give you 15% off. Buy 2 of them, and I was going to say we'll give you this pattern for free, but we won't. We'll give you this pattern for free. All right, so there you go. And just so you know, there's lots and lots of beautiful colors in the Zauberball 100. I mean, look at this one right here. So I don't know why I have a needle in my hand. That one is actually color 2437. And is this one? Oh, this is regular Zauberball, but this is a newer color. It's very, very pretty too. If you want to know, that one is 2402. So lots of different Zauberballs to choose from, and that special expires at midnight on Sunday night. Now, we also have in our newsletter this great kilt pin, because we all know that we're always wearing kilts all the time, all over the place. All right, we know we're not doing that. However, here's the kilt pin a little closer up. Hopefully you can see that. The kilt pin is useful for many things, not only for your kilt, and if you don't wear a kilt, don't worry about it. It's also really great for securing shawls, if you have a shawl that you want to secure. Or you can also take, if you have a great series of stitch markers that you love, you can just put your stitch markers on there, put it on your sweater, and you can show off your different stitch markers, especially if you're the kind of person that enjoys making their own stitch markers, or you've been part of a group that trades stitch markers, something like that. These are just really a great way to display your stitch markers. Or you could just use this and pin it to your bag and keep your stitch markers on there, and that way you always know where they are. If you are working on a project or something, you just pin it to the outside of your bag. Works great. Okay, there you go. There's that. Now, we also have a fabulous book in the newsletter. This is called Creative Crafts of the World. That is this book right here. It is by Marilyn Romatka. And what I like about this book is it has all different kinds of crafts in it. It's just not one type, so it's not all related to textiles or something. If you need to entertain some children, not too young, but like maybe 8 through 90 over this summer, this is a great book. It's also a great book for you too. It has so many different crafts in it, and it has really good details. I'm trying to find something that I can show you. Here we go. Like, here's wet felting. So they have wet felting in there, and they will tell you where it originated. They will tell you why the fibers felt. It's just basically a really good study guide. Twining. There is yarn dyeing. There are paper stars. There is some beading in here. I'm sorry, as I'm looking down here, I'm just trying to find, oh, here's one I can show you a good photo of too. There's block printing. There's lots of great ideas. So if you have a group of people that you get together with, maybe once a week, every 2 weeks or something, this would be a fun book to use to learn a different craft each time you get together. And like I said, for this summer, if you have some kids or something that you need to entertain, wonderful book to get. We have those in stock and they are ready to ship. So if you want one, grab one now. What else do we have? We have a special on our 𝗷𝗶𝗄𝗯 and our silly sheep bags. So these are bags that are made out of US material. They are printed in the United States. Actually, they're printed by us. We create the designs. We have the printer. We print them here. We actually cut them out and we sew them, and we do it all on our premises. So these are truly made in America, and you are supporting local women in our area. But this bag here has a little drawstring. This one has the sheep on it. Like I said, it's called Silly Sheep, and this one was called 𝗷𝗶𝗄𝗯, and they're just very bright, very colorful, very fun. Great little gift bag if you want to give something to somebody, especially with 20% off. Since they are cloth, you could take your kilt pin and you could put your stitch markers on the outside. Lots of great ways to use it. So 20% off also through Sunday. Everything that we have right now that I mentioned today, if it's on special, it's through this coming Sunday, which, by the way, is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all of you men. Then we have a free pattern in there too. And I'm going to show you this. I don't always show you the free pattern, but I'm going to show you this one because I think it's so much fun. This one here uses Zauberball. And you can see this shawl is pretty long. This one was done with, I think, 1.5 balls of the Zauberball. Or the Zauberball 100, but this pattern is not nearly as difficult as it looks. Now, you folks who have actually knitted this, you know that. But if you haven't knitted it before, basically what you're doing is you are casting on a certain amount of stitches. You're going so and so many rows in garter stitch. Then on one row, you're going to like knit 8, and then you're going to bind off 8, knit 8, bind off 8, knit 8, bind off 8. And then on the next row, you're going to knit the 8, and then you're going to cast on 8. So knit 8, cast on 8, knit 8, cast on 8. Then you're going to do another 8 rows. I'm just pulling those number of rows out of my head, and I don't think they're correct, but it is written in the pattern. And what you end up getting is these great holes. So if you were to do this with a Zauberball 100 Pro, you could felt it, although it would end up being smaller. But I have seen some of these felted, and they look pretty darn cool. So anyways, there you go. That's going to be our free pattern. So now you know we have our 𝗷𝗂𝗏𝗀 and our 𝘁cie sheep bags on sale through Sunday. We have the Zauberballs on sale, 15% off through Sunday as well. We have the kilt pins. Kilt pins are a great little gift if you want a tiny little gift for somebody. And then for those of you who have to entertain the summer or you want to entertain yourself, creative crafts of the world. And that is our newsletter for today. So it is Friday. We will meet with you again next Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Choose to be happy, do something creative, and stay safe. Ciao.